Get ready to step back in time and then zoom right into the future, because Ford has just rolled out something that's stirring up quite the chatter. They've brought back the Capri. But wait, before you start thinking about the classic two-door coupe from the 70s and 80s, let me stop you right there. This new Ford Capri is not exactly what you might remember. So sit tight and let's take a fun ride through the story of the new Ford Capri. Let's get started. Remember the good old days when the Ford Capri was the car everyone wanted? It had that long bonnet, sleek two-door design, and an engine that roared with the scent of four-star petrol. Those were the days, right? Well, Ford has decided to bring the Capri back, but with a twist that might make you do a double take. Now imagine a 5-seat, tall-riding, 5-door semi-SUV that's fully electric. Yep, you heard that right. Ford claims this new Capri is what the Capri would have been if it had kept up with the times. They're saying the legend is back, but honestly, it feels like they've given it a whole new identity. Look and feel. Alright, let's talk about the looks. The new Ford Capri has some subtle nods to its predecessor. The front end has this dog bone design linking the headlights, which might tickle your memory a bit. But beyond that, it's a whole new animal. It's an electric SUV with a beetle back design, looking more like a modern-day EV than the classic muscle car we all knew and loved. Despite the drastic change, the new Capri isn't looking at all. Sure, it's got that slightly generic modern EV vibe, with a touch of Polestar in the C-pillar and a stance that's not quite SUV height. But you know what? It works. It's got a timeless quality that won't look outdated anytime soon. And yes, there's a lot of Explorer DNA in there, doors, bonnet, bumpers, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Power. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of what powers this beast. The new Capri is all electric, and it comes in 2 flavors from the get-go. Both are labeled extended range, and you can choose between standard or premium trim. The base version is pretty impressive. It has a 284 horsepower single-motor rear-wheel drive with a 77 kilowatt-hours battery, offering an impressive 390 miles of range. That's enough to get you from London to Edinburgh without stopping for a charge. It goes from 0-62 miles per hour in 6.4 seconds, which is pretty quick for a family SUV. And the price? It starts at $62,500 US. But if you're craving more power, there's an all-wheel drive version. This one has a dual motor setup with 336 horsepower and can do 0-62 miles per hour in just 5.3 seconds. It offers a slightly lower range of 368 miles, but that's still plenty for most of us. This faster model will cost you an extra $4,000. For those looking for a more budget-friendly option, Ford plans to release a rear-wheel drive version with a smaller 52 kilowatt-hours battery and 168 horsepower. This entry-level model will be priced at around $55,000 US. So don't worry, there are cheaper options on the way. Charging. Charging an electric car can be a hassle, but Ford has made sure the new Capri is up to the challenge. The 77 kilowatt-hours model supports a maximum DC charging rate of 135 kilowatt, while the 79 kilowatt-hours version goes up to 185 kilowatt. In real-world terms, this means you can charge from 10% to 80% in just 28 minutes for the smaller battery and 26 minutes for the larger one. Plus, both versions come with 11 kilowatt AC charging capabilities. Features. Step inside the new Capri, and you'll find a blend of modern tech and practical features. The centerpiece is a 14.6-inch portrait touchscreen that can slide up and down, revealing a secret storage area behind it. Although calling it a secret might be a bit of a stretch now that everyone knows about it. The interior is neat and well-made, much like the Explorer, with all the usual advanced driver assistance systems also, and convenience features you'd expect from a modern car. One thing that might surprise you is how practical the new Capri is. There's a mega console central storage bin that can hold up to 17 liters of stuff. It's great for keeping things out of sight, although it might also become a black hole where things get forgotten. The rear seats offer plenty of room, but they do feel a bit dark due to the interior design. On the plus side, the boot is huge, 627 liters of space when loaded to the roof, which is actually more than the Explorer. driving experience. As for how the new Capri drives, we'll have to wait and see. Ford has hinted that it will have a slightly sportier feel compared to the Explorer, thanks to its 10mm lower suspension. This suggests a more engaging driving experience, which should appeal to those who want a bit of fun along with their practicality. For now, if you're in the market for an electric SUV with a blue oval badge, the new Capri offers a compelling choice. It's part of Ford's growing electric lineup, alongside the Mustang Mach-E and Explorer. The Mach-E is positioned as the top-of-the-line model, but the Capri and Explorer might attract buyers looking for something a bit more unique. So, has Ford lost the plot with the new Capri? That depends on how you look at it. If you're a die-hard fan of the original Capri, this new version might seem like a far cry from the car you remember. But if you're open to change and excited about the future of electric vehicles, the new Capri could be an interesting option. Ford is clearly trying to balance nostalgia with modern needs. And while this new Capri may not be the car you grew up loving, it's a sign of the times. The automotive world is changing rapidly, and electric vehicles are at the forefront of that transformation. Whether the new Capri lives up to its legendary name is something only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, it's got people talking, and that's always a good start. So what do you think? Is the new Ford Capri a worthy successor to the classic model, or has Ford taken things a step too far? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of all things cars, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more reviews and updates. Who knows? Maybe the next classic to get an electric makeover will be your favorite.